Oh no, he's broken out of his cage. Far Beyond the World tells the story of a human protagonist who awakens with no memory in an unfamiliar place that feels untouched by time, engulfed by the fragments of what he knows now, which is the forest and the cabin he awoken in, caught between two anthropomorphic wolves, Rennick, a calm and steady gray wolf with protective nature, and Vulgar, darker in both fur and spirit with a charismatic charm that lingers. The human quickly finds himself overwhelmed with fear in this strange, unfamiliar world, waking up in Rennick's room, draped in nothing but a lion cloth. Rennick explains that he found him unconscious in the forest, naked, covered in blood, and thought to just haul him back to the village like some stray pup. He speaks of deep sense of responsibility, like their fates were somehow spiritually intertwined or destined. Sounds pretty deep, but honestly, it's the kind of thing you'd expect to hear from someone far beyond the world. Vulgar isn't exactly the welcoming committee. He's sharp, yet openly hostile, and wastes no time questioning the human's presence. To him, a stranger in their territory means one thing: trouble. He accuses the human of breaking sacred wolf society laws, since the wolves particularly forbid outsiders or kin into their territory, which would lead to exile or banishment. Now, bear with me guys, I was severely ill for weeks, and it was like 3 a.m. when I started listening to this Audible, so yeah, a lot of finer details kind of flew over my head. It honestly felt like reading someone's first novel, the kind of where every little thing is described in a painstaking detail. Like whole paragraphs are dedicated to rain tapping on the window. Beautiful, sure, but like also, bro, it's just rain. Barissa, a spiritual healer, arrives to check on the human's condition. She's surprised, maybe even a little shaken, that he can speak their native tongue. Teaching an outsider or even another kin their language is a capital offense. Still, she offers to help, even going as so far to ask the ancestors for guidance before dipping. Which, sure, sounds pretty helpful, but also kinda ominous. Rennick and Vulgar come to an agreement. The human should be placed under protection, at least for now, until more of his memories can be returned. Rennick takes the job of guarding the human and delivering food while Rennick is out. This way they can keep their daily routine looking normal from the outside. If they can build up no questions around the house, then there will be no room for suspicion. Rennick returns home late, smelling faintly of a feast to question the human. He seems more curious, interested in him. Their conversation drifts into philosophical talk. Fate, destiny, the idea that perhaps their meeting wasn't just a coincidence. And then, oh no, Rennick is petting him. Like, really petting him. Breakfast kicks off the day, and the male is picking up small parts of Rennick's culture, still trying to make sense of it all, going from his forgotten luxury living to now washing from a bucket and using an outhouse. The question still remains nagging at the human, why Rennick is helping him in the first place. It couldn't be just about his coming of age. Rennick had mentioned it briefly, how he'd be taking his father's role as chief of the tribe. But maybe it's something more. Maybe it's about forming a new alliance, reaching out to other kin like the Tigerians who have kept peace in their generation. Maybe the human represents a bridge, and a bridge that Rennick has not found himself through his own understanding. Could this be destined? These wolves live in a time when things feel old. They speak of no afterlife and very few wars whose scars run deep. There's a belief that is to be buried beneath the tree, bringing great dignity, but to die in a way where there is no voice. Disagreements over unseen events twist and turn those beliefs into misunderstood truths, causing sparks of rare wars, not even for the land or survival, but for pride itself, in which now these tribes remain fragmented, not truly united or at peace, just running on edge of extinction with every passing season. There are strict 6 tribes. I just don't care. Let's move on. Barissa returns and lays it out plainly. For the human to be accepted into their colony, they must undergo an injury, or have an injury. That's the rule. No injury, no sanctuary. Once the human is ready, Vulgar does not hesitate, going straight for his leg. Brutal stabbing. The human, yeah. Okay, it was one stabbing. Boo. Rennick and Verissa move fast, patching him up and getting him into bed, selling the story as if they stumbled some poor soul. It's a rough plan, but survival means playing the game as Verissa prepares the meeting as if they found a wounded kin. The human slowly drifts to sleep, only to awaken with a fever and Rennick on the floor. The small lad speaks for the big wolfie to get in bed with him for his warmth, as Rennick happily agrees, tending to the smaller human. Tension arrives in the morning as the tribe's chief breaks into his son's home, threatening the human's safety, forcing Rennick to intervene fiercely. Verissa is already there to advocate for the human's protection, under the protection and watch of the ancestors, rooted in culture and uncertain futures, and the human shall stay put until the meeting under her dead body. Damn, what did the big G tell you? That's right, Verissa, advocate for the human. You know, I noticed they haven't given this human a name. Let's just throw you guys in it. The next day, Rennick is excited to share the good news. He now owns you. Oh no, seems you're under Rennick's custody. Wink wink. Vulgar comes into the room to visit, once again giving food and chatting and giving you a personal name called Piglet. He says you're a good housewife too, spending most of your time cleaning up the place. Wink wink, you can come and clean up my place too. But no, you'll discover some history books with curiosity to delve into the origins. But the tensions arrives as the protagonist suffers a panic attack, fueled by haunted memories of his lost past. Very spooky. Very dreadful too. Rennick arrives back home bringing a moment of solitude as he comforts you with his big wolfy arms. Stop the touching, you two. Oh no. You know what, you guys are getting weird. Get out of the story. Waking up spooning with the big wolfie, he'll begin another of his comforting breakfasts. Berried pancakes, eggs, and bacon, before leaving for patrol duty. But the voices inside his head are getting louder. I can hear them. The centers of echo. Oh, the humanity. Don't ask me about the paranormal activities. Don't spoil it for me. I gotta find out. Rennick returns home, soaking wet, walking towards his newfound companion by the rainy window, comforting him in his warmth, his wet, moist fur, exchanging a few soft-toned words, before the suggestion to go out in the rain in the woods boils within. Rennick, easily persuaded like an excited dog on a leash, rushes outside to help his friend out the window, to not catch any of attention on the front yard. Like a scene of Romeo and Juliet running out into the forest, playing out in the rainy fields, the hilled areas, till the big fluffy pupper tackles the fleshy boyo. The two embrace as the sunshine slowly breaks out, the expression of man's best friend staring down wolf's best friend. So I'm going to stop right here since the visual novel is still unfinished up to chapter 14. To give some of my reviews, Rannick, for all you Rannick lovers out there, I like to call him Rannock because I hate pronouncing it Rannick. He's nothing like me, of course not. I would never drop you off at LA and abandon you in some city. Overall, story good. It's got character. It drags harder than real time, but carries. Ooh, my Windows is updated. Ooh. Comment below if you guys want me to review it this way or just give it a very large review.